Good morning. Welcome to the Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Free Press Media Press Inc., an alternative parties books publisher, sponsors this podcast. I'm Andrew Bouchard. Welcome to the Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Today, friends, we have another exciting guest on our podcast. It's the leader of the real political change community. So welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Hello? Hi, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
How are you? Thank you.
I'm doing all right today. Can you please give us an introduction to yourself, a brief introduction?
My name is Phineas Rex McCrude. I represent the real political change.
Okay. Kindly tell our audience what the real political change is.
Well, it's really, it just gave us a voice on Facebook and other media to just, spout our alternative views, I guess, on what's going on with the system, politics, and all that.
Okay. So I see it's a Facebook group. Did I see right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have people interacting in the community, having discussions and posting pictures and stuff like that, right?
Well, I think that's what it was created for, last election. Well, actually, it was 2 elections ago. But everybody stopped talking on it, and that was I had to hold on to it because I was administrator. But, yeah, I have rants here and there that I throw out there, and people listen. Okay,
good. So what types of issues do you have briefly with our political system?
Well, basically, it's 2 sides of the same coin. You know, you got one guy over here that's talking about watch out for that guy over there that's robbing you while he's robbing you. And, we don't ever give a chance to anybody else who's got any sort of ideas that are outside the GOP. The Grand Old Party or, just the entire system of, paid and professional liars that are politicians. Or lawyers, or politicians. Yeah.
Sure. I read the book called Maybe Above It, and it argued that because so many lawyers are politicians, that we should ban lawyers from being politicians.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, you know what you call 1,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean?
What's that?
A good start.
Haha. Trust me, don't have any lawyers listening.
No, I don't know, probably. But, I mean, really, what are they going to do? Get mad? Okay, be offended. Yeah. That's another thing that we got to talk about. What is this whole, it's almost illegal these days to offend anyone. What's up with that? I mean, politics, I guess that's not a political thing. Like I said, it's rants. I just go off on rants. But you're the one who contacted me, so.
Yeah. So what has been one of your latest rants on your page?
This whole thing about, the generation before us, how they talk about it's not our fault. It's the not our fault generation.
Oh, okay.
So the baby boomers. But like I said, this isn't politics, so I don't know exactly how much of what I've got to say is something you can use, really.
Oh, sure. We can use it all. It sounds great. So you're not a baby boomer. You're a Generation X, like me, right?
Yeah, Generation X. That's me.
Okay. So what do you think the baby boomers did wrong?
Well, I think that they did great with this whole idea behind, stopping war. All they did was stop one war, and they cashed into the system that they said was malfunctioning or defunct, and then they had no plan of what to do after they brought everything to its knees, quote unquote.
Oh yeah.
And so we got Generation X, which was a generation born to fight wars that never happened.
Huh.
We had a bunch of we had a whole generation of kids out there who had no real, like, direction, no real goals, nothing that was laid out in front of them to do. And, so a lot of us just kind of fell to the wayside with, you know, whatever hazards there are in society that tend to affect people. But because we had no particular drive, we ended up being one of the biggest failures, I think, of a generation. And this whole idea that the baby boomers had, that they believe that once you get to 18, once you raise your child to 18 years old, this magic number, that, you know, they're no longer responsible for anything that happens. And it was more like they didn't feel any sort of sense of responsibility towards the future, towards the health and benefit of society and their descendants. All they were worried about was doing the job that they had right in front of them, and when they were done, they retired, and they have no guilt. And we had a whole generation of people that, you know, the baby boomers, whole generation of people that really didn't want to be parents, didn't want to have any sort of responsibility towards the country, towards their descendants, towards society, towards anything. Just looking out for themselves. We were again about how nobody held a gun to your head. The decisions you made are yours. Quit blaming people for your life and grow up. You know, blah blah blah. Quit blaming us. And when you look at it, essentially, that's bullshit. Pardon my language.
It's okay.
But it's bullshit, really. It's a cop-out. They were responsible. They just had a laundry list of things that they never figured out before their kids turned 18. But then once they turned 18, they said, it's all up to you, bud. And on your way you go. And now nothing got solved.
Yeah.
Even from when they were children, you know, nothing got solved. They still have the same list that they had before they were 18, but now they step out into the grand arena, and they still have a list of things that were never solved. You know, anywhere from emotional issues to societal issues to mental issues. I mean, like, you name it. And that was what the rant was about, you know, because I'm getting tired of listening to people say that they have no responsibility. All they want to do is be left alone to retire or whatever and not be blamed. There's a civic, ethical, and moral obligations that we have if we're going to raise children to adult, you know, that they have the things that they need to become productive and healthy individuals.
Yep.
And you know, you take a look at Generation X. They raised their children up. I think they went a little overboard and bubble wrapped the shit out of everything. But you know, so there are no dangers now. We hazard tag everything and pull out everything, and nobody goes out on a bicycle without like $200 worth of safety equipment. You know, just to go to the store or something. Just an example, but at least we participate a whole lot more.
Yeah.
To what our kids and grandkids are going to be doing. And how they're doing it.
Sure.
But, yeah, that was just a laugh. I call them coffee and cigarettes.
Coffee and cigarettes?
With Uncle Carp, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Kind of redneck, but, yeah, I mean, whatever.
It works. So you have a place to go to, right?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, interviews. I have an appointment with the government office and all that, so yeah.
Okay. So I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to do that in spite of all your busyness. So I appreciate you sharing your community with your audience, and I plan to put that in the show notes.
All right, cool, man. Thank you.
All right, may your appointments go well, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, take care and all the best.
All right, bye.